What's going on today, guys? Sticks10 here, and today we're going to take a look at Vigoroth in the Go Battle League Great League battles here. First off, I want to say these first sets of battles, this one that I'm going to do here, I actually was experimenting with the team, and honestly, I made a huge mistake in it, in that Vigoroth and Melmetal on the same team are both weak to fighting types. I quickly changed it after the second game. Obviously, you're going to see here, Azumarill versus Vigoroth is a pretty close matchup. It gets off. Vigoroth is very spammy with Body Slam, and so I use that quite a bit to tear down this Azumarill. He is going to have to use a shield here, I do believe, if he wants to survive. It's a very close matchup, though, and so here I'm going to use the shield. And then I should be able to, I think I can counter down this Azumarill. He actually switches into Medicham, and I'm in a bad position. I don't have anything because my Meganium is going to do okay, but it's not great. We're definitely in a bad position here, and I'm not sure. What I could have done here is just sacked my Melmetal into that next dynamic punch, but I knew I just had to throw as many frenzy plants as quickly as possible to try to break down the shields, and then also to get the victory here. But I'm in a pretty bad position, honestly, and so there it goes down, and then they're gonna throw a dynamic punch. I throw a shield, but it's not going to do a whole lot. We're not going to be able to get to a fast move. They've already got another dynamic punch on their Medicham, so that's going to be pretty close to knocking me out. And then in comes Azumarill, or actually Umbreon. They just wanted to show off. So anyways, we go in, and I had been running a team with Vigoroth, Meganium, and Skarmory. I wasn't happy with how Skarmory was fitting into that team, so I switched it to Melmetal, thinking I had a little bit better flying coverage, but then I failed to mention to myself that I did not have good type cut. I was weak to the same thing across all three, pretty much. That's where PV Poke, if you guys aren't using that, the team builder can be very helpful in actually getting your team pretty well organized there. So Vigoroth, Meganium, and then Frostlass is what I'm running here now. Feel like that's a much better team composition. Still a little weak to fighting types, but not nearly as bad, because Frostlass is neutral to those. So it is going to be a little bit better there. Switch to Meganium here after they switch. We're going to farm down this. I'm not worried about whatever this Sludge Wave, which is super effective. I'm not going to get KO'd, and it puts me very low in health, and so their Skarmory comes out. Not an issue. I'm going to hit Frenzy Plant. I'm just going to hit Frenzy Plant as many times as I can, and we do get KO'd there. So let's bring out our, what are we going to bring out? We're going to bring out our Vigoroth. It's got Body Slams already loaded, so we're just going to Body Slam spam this Skarmory down. It should, Skarmory versus Vigoroth in even health scenarios, like starting off fresh, is very close matchup, actually. Because Skarmory does win by like 5 HP, but it has to use a charge move, so it doesn't have like hardly any energy left. That is something good to know there. And we're gonna shield up our Frostlass here. We're gonna farm down this Skarmory. There, we're gonna use this last and knock it out. And then what comes in is the Shiftry comes in, and we're going to go ahead and use our last shield here, and then we should be able to get to another Avalanche, or we're going to farm down. Let's see. Yeah, we do get to the Avalanche, and that's going to be GG's. So good match there. Very close. We were able to, Frostlass really closing that out there is pretty key. Getting the shields down early with Vigoroth is pretty key, and then Frostlass coming in. You guys saw that last video I did with featuring Frostlass. I do feel like it is good in Go Battle League. It just is very quick to those moves. And I think that's one thing. All three of these that I have are fairly quick to charge moves, and so it can put a lot of hurt on this. So here, I watch The Sims, and here's the thing, guys. If I'm just gonna body slam here, and what you're gonna see, I'm gonna shield my Vigoroth again, because I know that if I shield this Focus Blast, I can win with a lot of HP left, and I can have a ton of energy. So that was one thing. And looking at The Sims, I knew I could win the 2-1 as long as I do that. I think that's just good to know, because here I'm going to, I have a pretty good matchup here with Haunter. Haunter is going to be, I'm going to resist everything that it throws at me. You see that Shadow Ball didn't do a whole lot. This is going to, this could KO me if it's another Shadow Ball. Let's see what it, oh, it's actually a Shadow Punch, so I survive. You can see how little that does to me. I'm able to get off another Bulldoze, and that's going to KO Haunter. So in comes Venusaur, and then at this point, it's just a race. As long as this is a Frenzy Plant, it's going to do quite a bit to me. But oh, it's actually Sludge Bomb, so not very effective there. Definitely recommend using Frenzy Plant in that situation. And then here comes the Avalanche, and that's going to KO. So GG's, trainer. Definitely just that Vigoroth showing a lot of versatility because it resists those ghost moves, and it does give you that fighting coverage because it has counter on it. And I am running counter, body slam, and then bulldoze on my Vigoroth. I do think that is the best move set for it. And then here we go. This is not a great situation for us to be in, so we're actually going to swap out into, oh, we didn't get the switch. So we are kind of stuck in this right now. We're going to shield up. It's just a Rock Slide. I probably could have just let that go through. Here I'm thinking, okay, and they actually switch in a Azumarill, so I'm going to Avalanche. I probably should have just Shadow Balled there, thinking they weren't going to shield the first one more than likely, so I should have just done a Shadow Ball. But we get to the next Shadow Ball very quickly, and then here I'm trying to make the decision, do I shield, do I not? Is it just an Ice Beam? Is it going to be, you know, Play Rough? Is it, you know, what is their move that they have on it? So I get to another Shadow Ball. There it is, and that's going to take it pretty low. And at this point, I'm fine with losing my Frostlass here. Ice Beam will take me out, pretty close at least. And I actually undercharged that, so we bring out Meganium. And I'm just going to farm down. I think I can knock it out before it gets to another Ice Beam. And they've got one shield left. Both of us have a shield left. And we're going to, it's actually Registeel. So we're going to go straight for the Earthquake. Try to get it under the shield. And we do. And then we're going to go ahead and use our shield, I believe. No, we don't use our shield for the Flash Cannon. And then we're going to keep going. They switch into that, and I'm going to absorb it with my Vigoroth. It's going to be a Rock Slide, so not a big deal there. We're going to just body slam away. That's one thing I like. I mean, Vigoroth is just so spammy, guys. You can see it is a losing matchup, but you can see I got it pretty low. We still have a shield, so I can shield this up, and then I can build a little bit extra energy on this. Of course, I get a low battery warning. Nice. Definitely plug in while you guys are playing. Frenzy Plant, and that was a mistake. I should have just hit the Earthquake, or I should have hit the Earthquake there probably. Charged up to it. It was close, and I knew I was going to be really close. But if they get to the, Flash Cannon, it would have been over. So, very close game. GG's. I know they were close to that Flash Cannon, I imagine. So, let's go to the next one against Idle Pig here. Vigoroth into a Skarmory. So, this is where you guys can see even shields, even energy. Skarmory is going to win this matchup, but it's going to be very, very close. So I'm going to shield up the first one. And then we're just going to body slam. What you could do is just match their shields, or, you know, in this case, it's fine. Just they matched mine. So we're going to throw another body slam. And then this is going to put me pretty low, but I should be able to get off. You can get off 4 body slams, I believe. So there's the third one. I think I can get off one more if I remember right. No, maybe not. And there's me fainting. So very close match, you can see. They are pretty close to another sky attack. But I brought in Meganium because the counter, they already used it. So I felt like they probably didn't have another one in the back. So Azumarill comes out, which makes me think they might have another water type, because it's not a good situation for Azumarill to be in. They shielded the first one, so I actually switch into Frostlass because I want to just do as much damage as I can with that and save my Meganium for the end game. We are down shields here, and they actually switch into. So there's the Wish Cache. So yeah, I was correct. They did have 2 water types. And we're going to Avalanche, and then I actually want to try to get this thing as kind of low, but I want to farm up some energy on it as well. We probably could have hit the Avalanche. What I don't want is for Azumarill to come back in and then be getting energy on my Meganium and throwing ice beams at me. And so we're going to hit that Frenzy Plant here, and that's going to be GG's. So that's going to end our set. We do go 4-1. We go 4-0 with our improved team there with Vigoroth, Meganium, and Frostlass. I think that is a pretty good combo. I like it so far. Definitely experiment around. Let me know what you guys are using in Go Battle League in the comments below. I want to thank my Patreon supporter. As always, if you guys haven't already, click that link down below. Get added to my friends list. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, guys, keep on battling.